Okie dokie. Time for streaming. Yee! Woo! Alright. Hello, my friends. Thanks again for tuning in so early in the stream. Okay, so today we're going to continue with the whip monstrosity, and maybe we'll get to a point where we actually have a chance in the DLC. Who knows? Oh, I can buy armor. By the way, yes, I saw the art of in the on the Discord. I hope everyone who's watching is also part of the Discord, or at least knows what Discord I'm talking about. If you're not, then check out the YouTube channel Ranton. It's like Anton but with an R in front. And subscribe to him and become a patron, and then you can join the Discord. All right. So in the Discord we have a channel called Art, I think, or Your Art or something, and people post their absolute masterpieces of photoshoppery in that place. And yeah, as it turns out, Devil May Cry. Every piece of Devil May Cry art lends itself excellently for Photoshop jobs, and which is why there have been some quite magnificent pieces of art created there. So yeah, that's it. And damn, why does everyone shop my face onto V's face? I hate him. Make me like Dante or what's his Nero, or even shop me onto a woman, but not on V's face. God damn it. Fuck that guy. Okay. I am now going to infuse the sharp gem. I know it's a slight damage loss, but I'm also happy that I don't have to take care of it then anymore. Just chill now. My weapon is in the state it is, or that I needed it. So, soul good, man. Hello, Xander. No, wait. Oh yeah, I didn't find a bonfire in the Abyss Watcher's place yet. So, okay. Hello, Spoody. We were just praising your incredible Photoshop skills, and Illidan, yours as well. Like, absolutely god tier. Not so funny. You just finished physics. Always good to hear. Wait, what? Did I? No, Andy V is not. Well, okay. If you put it that way, Andy V is the best V, but that's only because V by itself is absolute Scheißdreck. Ow. No, as it turns out, I am not actually V. Because I don't have tattoos, you see. Ah! Well, I mean, I hope you're not just watching a stream for someone to agree with you, right? No one would do that. Ah. Okay. Schlecht. Hi. Ja, I want Bestätigung. Bestätigung. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Xander, I'm playing as always, every game I play is actually the newest version of Minecraft. So, whatever I do, I'm sure you will be happy watching because that's what you're here for, right? SKR, you mean like in Breaking Bad? How they do it there? Well, so okay, there's one episode rather early on where they're trying to dispose of this one body, and Walt says, just pour the hydrochloric acid on him, but don't do it. Do it in a plastic container or something. And then Jesse doesn't listen and instead puts it in the bathtub. And of course, the hydrochloric acid, hydrochloric. It's not hydrofluoric. I think it's hydrochloric. Yeah, HCl. Then, like, dissolves the bathtub, since it's made, I think, out of ceramics. Is that what you call it? Or, um, or even metal? I don't know. It doesn't matter because most non-plastic materials get absolutely shreked by like I am here by hydrochloric acid. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then the acid dissolves the bathtub and the floor and everything else, and so the half dissolved body then splashes onto the ground below it, and it's a huge mess and quite the iconic scene. However, it's from what I've read about this scene. Well, since disclaimer, I don't have any experience in dissolving people in hydrochloric acid, but from what I've read, the scene is actually quite exaggerated. So it's a lot more messy than it probably would be in real life. But if you really want to see what happens if organic matter um, is put in contact with hydrochloric acid, there's a great video by Periodic Videos. That's a YouTube channel, and they have quite the portfolio of interesting experiments that you always wanted to see what happens, but never quite had the resources to do. So check them out. I personally don't fully know. I think yes. Like if you put like a, I don't know, a severed body part into a bath of hydrochloric acid, it would dissolve. But I don't know if on the scale that they're doing it in Breaking Bad, I don't know if that's realistic. I find that to be maybe a little bit exaggerated, let's say. Oh no, not these guys again. Well, the melting through the floor thing, yeah, that's also maybe. I don't know why it wouldn't, but that, like, to me, it seems that there would need to be a lot of things to go right, to be just right, like the thickness of the floor and the material it's made out of. So, and I don't know what houses in the United States typically are made out of. Paper? No, of course that's not true, but yeah. So can't say for certain. Ah! Elon Musk? No, all I've heard was that he had quite the cool name for his kid. But yeah, I know what Neuralink is. I think I got it. I got a glimpse of it when he talked about it. To me, that anything in that direction is just pure dystopian horror for me. Because I don't know, having like machinery that closely interweaved with especially the brain, like I would say, okay, it's okay if an arm or something is mechanically controlled, but not the brain. That's like your entire person. So, yeah, not a big fan. I've heard a story about a physics student that told politicians that the water level were high in a lake. It ended up big discussion how to lower the water levels. Okay. What's my favorite scientist? Whew. I don't think I have a favorite scientist. Not that I know of. Yeah, I guess you could say that, you know, if your brain without the chip would cease to function, and it you could see it like as a treatment, then that would be one of the opportunities where I'd say, okay, I can imagine it being like sensible. Yeah. You heard a 2-hour video about Bloodborne lore? That's too short, man. I have read the 80 pages manifesto called A Pale Blood Hunt, which is like a fan written everything theory, or theory of everything for Bloodborne. That's something, dude. 80 fucking pages. And there's still not everything said, although most is. Whoa! I just randomly stood in the perfect spot and didn't get hit. Yeah, Richard Feynman, famous for his incredible lectures and his way of presenting complicated facts in rather simple ways. Great guy. And Brian Cox, he's the one working for CERN, right? He's, I think so, particle physicist. Don't know much about him. Right? What's my opinion on the DMC reboot gameplay? Oh, that's quite the topic. Well, I think the reboot is very flawed in pretty much every way except for the gameplay. I think the gameplay of the reboot is actually its strongest point. Yeah, fiery hobo. Because while it's not like it's nothing like DMC5 or DMC3 or 1 for that matter even, it's still like it has quite the depth. No, I wouldn't say that, but it has something to it. It's not absolutely brain dead. One thing that I especially liked was switching weapons mid combo by just holding down one of the shoulder buttons. I thought that was a very cool idea. So you do 2 hits with the sword, and then mid combo switch to the, I don't know what else did we have, like the fists and kicks, and you could mix and match and combine different aspects of that. I thought that was pretty cool. Everything else, like how Dante was presented, hey, what the fuck? How Dante was presented and everything else that happened in the story, only 3 bosses, like, or what was it, 3 or 4? That was some oofness there. Yeah. Ah! Oh my god. Good evening, Borek. Truja. Yeah. Yeah, SKR, I thought about just using game footage or you know, but the thing is, you hear some Dark Souls gameplay sounds in the background. Not much, but still, it would be super awkward for there to be like sounds and no matching gameplay. So I thought just leave it how it was. Yeah. Yeah, there will have to be some camera pixel upscaling required for my next video. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, there are some slimes here, right? Yeah, and if they fall onto my head, that's very bad. Ah, now you see the drawback of not having a fire infused weapon. They take very little damage. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get a better webcam once, you know, webcams are available to be bought again. Because currently they aren't. Yes, I know Periphery. They're pretty cool. Progressive. Interesting. I like them. Like, KJ, you're joking, but that's actually what happened. Like, people bought webcams because, home office and shit. So, yeah, which left none for the important things like streaming. Oh no. Oh, I still have nightmares from these skeletons in Dark Souls 1. There's in Dark Souls 1 there's also a painted world level, like the DLC here. And in the painted world, the From Software really pulled every bullshit string that they could find. And there are hallways that are just barely wide enough for your character to fit. So there's no way for you to sidestep anything. And what enemies do they put into these corridors? These fucking skeleton wheels. That once they start spinning, they're fucking spinning, right? There's no way you can. If you block it, you just get blocked out of stamina and then killed. But you also cannot like sidestep it because the corridors are so narrow. So it's actual hell. All you can do is like try to hit them as they approach. That's sometimes a valid strategy. Or just lure them to places where there's a corner, and then you can make them like roll into the wall, and you can attack them while they recover. Podcast, yeah, soon. TM. It will still be. Still be a few weeks. Do I listen to any podcast? Magnus, good question. No. I can recommend the Ranton podcast, but that's about it. I used to like every now and then the channel number file releases a podcast with a mathematician. I think they are interesting. I like listening to them, but there are very few. There are very few of them. All of them quite good and interesting, but very few. Yeah. Oh, who is disturbing me? Yes. Scream? No, I didn't know that there was a comic book. Interesting. No, I have not read this comic book. Maybe I should look into it. That sounds cool. Hello, Arturo Jessen. What's up? My most disliked enemy type? Alright, let's see. I'm sure there are a few that are absolute fucking bullshit. Okay, so one thing that I hated, but that's not really an enemy, so to say, because you cannot kill / fight it, was the fucking brain in the nightmare world. What's it called? Nightmare of Menses. The brain when you are out in the open and can see you, you go insane. Oh yes, now I know. Yeah. Very close to the brain, there are enemies who have like gigantic eye bulges on their heads. And holy fuck, they are the fucking worst. Because they always fucking one-shot you. And they do it in like the most, how do you call it, most retarded manner. Because if you look at them, you will go mad and die, and then since you think like, okay, I have to bum rush and what the fuck? What just happened? Did that enemy just clip through the wall? Okay, good. And like when then you think like you have to bum rush them, but then they have this uninterruptible grab attack, and then they grab you, and you still get fucking the insanity debuff that insta kills you. And they were always you always found them at places that were very far away from any bonfires. And yeah, that just led to a lot of fuck you. How did you Man, what are the walls here made of? Oh, okay, he died. Oh, then good for me. Yeah, we'll get to the riddles. We'll get to the riddles in time. I have one prepared for you guys today. But let's take things slow. Today we have time. Oh, why am I standing here? God damn it, chat. Costing every one of them the life. I think there's an invasion here, right? You get invaded by this very well armored dude somewhere. Yes. Wow, such skill. Maybe I can lure him into the. No, that never works. Ouch! Oh my god. The damage. Nice tactic, Andy. Luring the enemy into an ambush. Ugh. I should just try a different tactic. This isn't luring him into the rolling thing is not working. Come on. Die! Woo! He has the best weapon in the game, yeah. Oh, so yeah, to finish up the question. Favorite Star Wars movie? I haven't watched the newest ones because I don't actually care for it. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, to be honest. I personally just don't find that universe to be all that compelling. But from the episodes that I've seen, I would say my favorite one is I think it's it's one of the prequel saga. I don't know, maybe the first, because I was just the correct age when it came out to be able to enjoy it. Um, although, maybe it's episode 2 because there you have this huge fight in this arena where Order 66 is being executed. I thought that was pretty fucking epic. And from the originals, I think they're a little overrated, to be honest. They didn't age that well in many regards, especially from the okay, from the content point of view. From the technical side, they're still pretty cool, but from the like actual contents, they're a little too corny, I think. Oh dear, so many enemies. Why whip? Well, because the whip is the best weapon that has ever been invented by, or that has ever been used by mankind. Yes, got him. Ah! Episode 3? Is that the one where yeah, Anakin goes and wrecks all the kids? Oh no, I'm gonna die. Yep. Got decapitated. But Natalie Portman. Yeah. What's my favorite Lego game? I haven't played any of them. I see the memes that they produce, and I think that's pretty cool, but I haven't played any of them. My favorite Lego movie, however, are the 2 Lego movies. I think they're both so cool in what they, like how they incorporated, because Lego by itself, there's no movie to be made there. But they really nailed the what makes Lego really just what it is. Right? They captured the essence of Lego, and I think that was absolutely amazing. It's whew, that they were able to do that. I found that to be absolutely incredible. Whoa! Rat! No, actually, both Lego movies. I think the second one is quite a lot weaker than the first one, but they both have this spark that made them so incredible in the first place. So I'd say they're both worth watching. And the music in the second one, Queen, whatever I wanna be. That's just So yeah. Wait, let me finish this here, and then we can go riddle time. Oh, and also before I tell you guys the riddle, I have a small announcement to make. Uh, Really nothing major, but still, it's I still need to announce it. You guys surely know that I am quite emotionally invested in Devil May Cry, right? In the entire series. And which is why, like, on the last podcast, I had this outburst on why Devil May Cry 5 is so horrible. And all of that is still true. But after saying it, I just couldn't let it go. So what I did instead, I reinstalled the game and I'm now going to tell you that we'll be interrupting this Dark Souls 3 playthrough for Devil May Cry. Because I just need to get it done, man. I need to get it out of there. I never finished the game. I quit it like 2/3 through after mashing one too many times brainlessly with V became too much for me. But I don't know. It just doesn't feel right to let it go. Especially since the last thing that I saw of the game was Anton's absolutely horrendous play of it. Like the the poor Anton, he was completely like you can see his brain being absolutely shattered, and he almost like in the SpongeBob episode where SpongeBob forgets the recipe of the Krabby Patty. You could see that Anton like literally he almost forgot how to live with his brain being shattered from all the mechanics of DMC. So I'll try to do it better. I'll try to give this game, now that I have the complete picture, I'm gonna give this game every little bit of wait, how do you call it? The benefit of the doubt in everything, in every little aspect that I can, and then come to a final conclusion. I hope that is okay for you guys. Yeah, it just has to happen, man. It has to fucking happen. I cannot live anymore without it. So yeah, which is why tomorrow I'm gonna start the stream about the same time as today, so 6 p.m. German time. We're going to be playing Devil May Cry 5. And my good friend Aaron, from South Africa, who's regularly invading Anton's stream, is going to be joining me, because he is similarly passionate about DMC as I am, and we can, if I prove too small-brained for any mechanics, then he can maybe help me get them right, so that no one in the end can say I didn't try everything in my power to make DMC5 good. Okay, I'm quite hyped about it. Okay, enough announcements. I'm gonna put the riddle on the stream. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, the riddle is now on the stream. Okay, let's read it once for everyone, and then I'm gonna leave it there for a while, and then you guys can solve it. So imagine a library with a special selection of books. There are no two books with the same number of words. The number of books is bigger than the number of words in every one single book. And with this information, there's one book where you can be certain of its contents. What are those contents? Right? So what the actual contents of the book are not that important. It's the key are the number of words in the books. So yeah. Did Anton actually cause a meltdown of Aaron? Poor guy. Man, Aaron is being so... the things he has to endure with Anton and me. Poor guy. But he's the best, man. He's such an MVP. Alright. I don't even get the question. So, just imagine you have a library, and with some amount of books. And every one of those books has a different number of words in it, right? So one book, I don't know, has 50,000 words, and the other one has 52,000, and the next one has 100,000, and so on and so forth, right? No two books in your library have the same amount of words. And the number of books in your library is bigger than than the number of words in the book with the most words, right? I know it sounds a little weird, but really you have to analyze it step by step by step, morsel of information by morsel of information, and then it's not that complicated. Okay, good. Let's go on, walk on. Fuck off. Ah! Why? I just triggered this trap. Maybe I can kill those guys back there. No. They are too MLG for that trap, yeah. Yes, of course. After, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 deaths, depending on how long it takes me to die, I'm gonna remove the riddle from the screen so you guys can see better, and then I'm going to give you the solution, of course. Being able to backstab would be quite helpful here when fighting the golden skeleton. Whoa. Bye, have a great time. Wait, I didn't get any souls. Did that not kill him? Fuck. Well, the question is, with the information with the information that is provided, there's one book where you can say exactly what it contains. And so I want you to find out what it is that the book contains. That is the riddle. Why do I not like gaming subscriptions? Well, the thing is, so you mean PSN, for example, like the PlayStation gaming online game? I just think it's absurd that things that are free on PC suddenly cost. Suddenly, some people dare to ask for money on just because it's on a console. I think that is absolutely idiotic, right? And I don't understand why anyone would pay for that. That's if I don't want it, but if somehow PC gaming, or no, that's not the correct way to say it. I think oh dear, I need to cut the. No, they cut it! Ah, those fuckers! No, I just used an ember. I just think you're paying for internet already, and I don't see why. It doesn't really offer you anything that it's I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bit stuck up here, but I just don't see why a service that is free on PC should cost something on consoles. The problem is if I cut the bridge, then I can't go back, right? Oh, no, I can go back from down there. Yay! Got him! Yay! Try destroy. Santa destroy. Can I go back here? What was this? Is there a way to go? No, I think it's from... Yeah. If you go up, then you can... Yeah. Okay, this is the place for High Lord Volnir. Attacking ahead, yeah. Okay. So I'd say one more death. And then I'll solve the riddle. Yeah, good point, Sabrina. So we have a huge how do you call it? What's the correct word? Messe. It's like a big event where pretty much every little business in our town and surroundings, they come to this event, and then they have their little do you say stand, or their little counter there where they advertise themselves, or try to show you what they advertise their services. And it goes like through all different aspects of business. Like you have oh dear, no. No, he noticed me. Okay. You have like things from people building blinds, window blinds, to people building windows, doors, food artisans, bakeries, chair manufacturers, sound studios, everything you can imagine. Use the mimic to attack the fire demon. Yeah, what? How did that? There was a trick right there, right? You could have the mimic fight with a demon or something. Yeah. Yeah, and so you have to pay for a ticket to enter, and then once inside, you have to pay again at the individual counters to receive some of their services. Like, for example, if it's a food business, then they offer you to try their newest products, but you still have to pay for them, which I find even like on this it's a different thing, but still you pay for something so that you can pay for another thing. How is this okay? I don't know. It's just absolutely horrendous to me. I don't like it. Wait, are there no summoning signs here? Come on. No. I need help with Volnir. Also, if there was a summoning person here, I could get them to help me with the demon down there. You can make the mimic in the room kill the demon. Yeah, how did I do that again? Was the point to just attack the mimic once and then have it fight the demon or something? Ah, here. Paralich. Good. Yeah, I played Stellaris for quite a bit. I thought that game was pretty cool, but one big problem that I have with these 4X games is how two armies are just always chasing each other around in circles. So, eh, nah, not that cool. All of the other aspects of 4X games are pretty cool, but yeah, the combat is always. Ah! Ooh. So if I go too far forward and enter the fog, I die. Right? I remember that much. The people I summon always know so much more about the game and know how to play it. Yay! Okay, that was very easy. Bye! Ah! Okay. After this cutscene, I'm going to solve the riddle. Yeah, Bloodborne doesn't have mimics, and it also doesn't have any illusory walls. But you cannot know that if you if you're going on through the first playthrough, right? I remember doing that as well, hitting all the weirdly looking walls and hitting every chest. Okay, so let's solve the riddle. All right, so okay, there are no two books with the same number of words. All right, so far so good. So the easiest thing to do is always to start small. Let's say there's a book with 2 words, then there cannot be another book with 2 words. Okay. The number of books is bigger than the number of words in the book with the most words. Aha. There's a lot of information in this one sentence. So, just pick, and what I like to do in this case is just to pick an example, right? Let's say you have one book with 2 words and another book with 3 words. Now you have 2 books total, but the book with the most words has 3 words in it. Does that work? No. This violates the second sentence there, or the second condition. Okay, so what can you do then? You can have one book with 1 word and one book with 2 words. Now you have 2 total books, and the book with the most words has 2 words. Close, but it still violates the second condition because it says the number of books has to be bigger, right? So in this simple case, you would somehow have to have 3 books. Okay, so you have one book with 1 word, another book with 2 words, and then your third book, you could say that, well, okay, then I need the third book. But how much words can you put into it? You can't put 1 into it. You can't put 2 into it. You can't put 3 into it. But then you would get a contradiction again. So the only way for this to work, the only way for the second condition to ever be true, if one of your books is empty, contains 0 words. And this is the only thing that you can. No, actually, you can even have more information on the books, right? You know that you need to have 1 empty book, and you also know that you need to then. It doesn't matter how many books you have, let's say 50, but you also know that you need to have 1 book with every amount of words up to 49, right? So if you have 50 books in your library, you need 1 empty one, and then 1 with 1 word, 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, and so on, up to 59. Now, of course, you can still not know what these words are, right? But that doesn't matter. That is not part of the question. So the information, the 1 book where you can fully know its contents is the empty book, and that is the riddle. Okay, now to the winners. Yes, the winners. Okay, first place. No, let's do it from the back. Our top 5. Number 5, Kevin Schmidt. That sounds very German. By the way, funny side note: the first name Kevin in Germany has quite the negative connotation to it. It's mostly a meme. Like no one actually thinks that way, but somehow if your name is Kevin, people think you're just a loser, basically, which is it's idiotic, right? There's no bearing on how your personality just because your name is Kevin, but it's still funny every time I hear the word Kevin. All right, Kevin Schmidt, nice. Number 4, SKR. Yes, I knew you could do it. You always pretend like you don't get it, but I'm sure you get it. You're a smart cookie. Then first pedestal, Arturo Jessen. Hey, yes, Arturo. Oh, nice one. Then second place goes to Nat Ams. Interesting name. Is that your real name? Nat Ams? Like Nat, okay, maybe. Short for Natalie, maybe? Nat Ams? I don't know. You don't have to tell me your real name, by the way. I'm not pressuring you or anything, but Nat Ams sounds funny. And first place goes to Potflower. Ooh, liking that name, yeah. So yeah, good job, my friends. Well done. I knew I could count on you. I hope that riddle was acceptable. My wife and I are every day we're trying to find some good riddles because it's not that easy to find one that's on an acceptable level, right? Some of them are just really stupid. For example, riddles that I really dislike are the ones where like, I have no. What has 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs in the noon, and 3 legs in the evening. Like these kind of riddles, they just piss me off because they're just so semantic and open to discussion and crap. I like riddles where every step is logical and irrefutable. So yeah.
Very well then taken.
Okay. I think it's time to upgrade dexterity for a little bit. I think health-wise, I'm good. Get the damage up.
Ashen one. May the flame.
Okay, and I think I got some more Titanite shards to upgrade the whip. Ah, large. No. Hello, Loy boy. Good to see you.
Ah, well met, Asher. How may I be of service?
Upgrade vigor. No, vigor is like equipment load, right? And I don't know. I don't.
Gracious, let Iona.
Equipment load is I mean, I'm a dexterity build. I want to be nimble. Do I know about Radiohead? Excuse me. Do I live behind the moon? By the way, do you say that in the English language? Living behind the moon? Because that's what we say. Oh no, you say living under a rock, right? Yes. That's what I mean. The German saying is living behind the moon. It also increases some defense. Oh, I see. Yeah, well then maybe I put some points into it. Ah, she doesn't sell the large Titanite shards. Damn.
Ashen one.
Live in a cave. Okay. All right. By the way, I feel like I'm missing so many NPC storyline interactions. You mean tomorrow, Loy boy? Tomorrow about the same time as today, so 6 p.m. German time. Living in the toilet. Ah, he's back from the pillaging.
It took some prowling. Go on.
Yeah, dude, now that you say it, because the German saying is living behind the moon, that pretty much confirms that the Nazis went to the dark side of the moon, right? Oof. That's a big oof. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Goodbye.
Yeah. At some point, you can give her some ashes that make her sell the large Titanite shards. At which point they'll probably be useless again, right? It's always once you can buy something in a shop, it's no longer of use to you.
Well, this inscription, fascinating. I'm afraid I cannot access this pyromancy tome is dark. I cannot comprehend this much. It is a spell, forbidden. Only one terribly afflicted.
Oh. Can you confirm that the Germans have a lot of sayings involving sausages? Holy shit, dude, you're right. Oh my god, yes? So,
What is
the first one that comes to mind is Jetzt geht's die Wurst. We use that saying when something's about to be like important, right? So if you have a few test runs of something, and then now it's the real deal, basically. The translation would be now it's the real deal. With Germans we say Jetzt geht's die Wurst, which literally translates to now it's about the sausage. Yeah. True. Next one. in Germany we say "Das ist mir Wurst," which translates to if something does, like you use that saying to say something doesn't matter to you. Something is you don't care about something. This something is dir Wurst, which literally translates to this. That's actually super hard to translate. How would you literally translate "Das ist mir Wurst"? It somehow translates to this is sausagey for me. it's really hard to say because it's not a verb. It's used very weirdly. Then another thing, Sabrina has been writing them into the chat. Yeah, everything has an end, but the sausage has two. Although I don't know why or when you would use that, even in German. Like alles hat ein Ende, nur die Wurst hat zwei. It's like that's like a non. It's an empty sentence. It doesn't say anything. Right. Do you know any more stuff? But that's like 3 sayings already that have like a sausage. A sausage. What else? Oh no, he's dead. Oh, didn't that Yuria woman kill him? Yeah, there's another Londor woman that can somehow she can spawn, but I don't think she can anymore. I needed to have drawn out my true strength with Yol, and I didn't. So I think that the Londor storyline is
Welcome, do you wish to hear?
yeah.
Oh, now I can tales of the great. What fun! Have a pleasant. I pray for you.
Rache ist Blutwurst? I have never heard that before. Revenge is blood sausage? But it's actually pretty cool. I have to become hollow. Oh yes. And to become hollow, or to have been able to draw out my true strength with Yol, I would have had to have a lot of hollowing, right? So die very many times, and then I can get free skill points, but that is now off the table. Yes, Illidan, you're right. Spiel nicht die beleidigte Leberwurst. That would translate to don't be. What's that called? If someone's like, well, now I'm not gonna do it. What? How do you call this state of mind? If someone's like, no, I will not do it. Anyway, if someone's in this state, we call him a beleidigte Leberwurst, which translates to a beleidigt. I don't know, how do you call this? Something liver sausage. Well, stubborn. No, stubborn isn't the correct term. I think stubborn is if you have set your mind to it and you can't be brought off the thing that you've set your mind on. But being like offended, yeah, offended maybe. Yeah, offended. Okay. And the literal translation would be, don't play the offended liver sausage. Oh my god, that is so retarded. Man, how did this never occur to me? The German language is basically the language of sausage. My God. Sulky? I think sulky even better because offended. Someone's offended because he somehow feels he is attacked by something, but sulky is just for no reason at all. You just now I'm not doing it. Yeah. So don't play the sulky liver sausage. Yikes. The sausage nation. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, if you're living in Germany, you would never notice that this is the way other people see your country and your language. Thank you so much for making me see what's happened here. Well, yeah, if someone's being sulky, we call him a sulky liver sausage. Oh yeah, though there's a huge big enemy here that is probably going to kill me, and I need the doll that I somehow don't have. Why don't I? Oh no, I have it. Okay. I think I'm gonna explore the catacombs for a little bit more. Water doggy. I think the water doggy is going to do quick work with me. Wait, what does that say? 长话. Isn't that 长话? Let me check this. What you wrote in the chat there. 长语. Yes. So that 长语 literally translates to the language of the intestine. And since now in the Chinese language, the intestine, since that is usually what sausages are made out of, like the outer layer of them, it's a synonym for sausages in China. Like a really delicious sausage in Chinese means 香肠, which is like fragrant and aromatic sausage.
I've searched high and Horace.
Ah! Whoo! Kill Night Slayer? I think I've already killed the Night Slayer. You mean the heavily armored guy with the Fume Ultra Greatsword, right? I've killed him, or at least did the invasion. I think there's a little bit more exploring I can do back in the catacombs, where it leads further down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that later. Nope, SKR, not yet. So, how do I get the mimic to attack the Oh yeah, now he did it. The mimic attacked. No, the demon attacked the mimic. No! No, demon too strong. Oh, mimic dead. And mimics don't respawn, right? Oh, demon too strong. Doesn't matter. I can defeat him. I can defeat him, I said. I can't defeat him. No, I can. I can. I can. I can. How many languages do I understand? Um, so I can. There are 4 languages that I can understand pretty well if I hear people speak them. Which is German, English, French, and Chinese. Yeah, Magnus. Very true. Okay, I'll try one more time, and if I don't make it, then I'm gonna try to use like a summon, or I'm gonna use an ember, and then try to get someone summoned here to help me. Okay. Ah, yeah. Okay. I have to. I think I need help here. Another Dark Souls or another Bloodborne game? Um. I think the concept of Dark Souls is more or less, no, not the concept, the world, I think, and the entire story and everything, yeah, is pretty exhausted at this point. But at the same time, I don't know if there's anything to add to Bloodborne. It was perfectly like coherent within itself, so I don't think there's any more to add to that. I would like. Oh, sorry, I wanted to do a summoning. Yeah. I would like to use a new IP. I would like to for From Software to create a new IP, which is why I think Elden Ring, at least in that regard, is a good choice. Having a new IP, starting a new IP, because yeah, I don't know. I think the setting of Bloodborne doesn't lend itself to. Wait, oh no! After the boss is defeated, I can no longer summon, right? Wait, there is a way. Like I can set a password, right? Network, matchmaking, password. Okay. Well, actually, I can just tell the password on stream, right? And then you can join, because after that it won't be important anymore, right? Right. So if I now put in a password and tell everyone on stream, that will be fine, right? Because after this session, I will no longer be using it. Okay. 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 You guys see it? This is the password. Oh no! Yes, of course. How did I mistake? Of course, the password is the German word for sausage. Okay. Good. And wait. So you guys said that. Where are you going to put down your summoning signs so I can see them? Because then you guys could put your password, your summoning signs somewhere. Yeah, Wurst, exactly. But with a small W. Okay, I'm gonna go down to the demon and then look for your summoning signs. There. PewDiePie is streaming. Problem is that PewDiePie only streams Minecraft. And so, I mean, so am I, right? I'm just streaming a much superior version of Minecraft, so why watch him? Yes, Bernardo. So, yeah, I see something there. Urandus. Is that? I'm just gonna summon. Yes, Hashmali. Okay, nice. Playing Dark Souls with a viewer. Yippee! You are on stream. Welcome. Oh, that is nice. I don't have the correct curl up, rest, collapse, dark majority. Anyway, let's go. Yes, we killed that motherfucker. He easy, man. He easy. Whip that bitch. I'm gonna whip that bitch. Woohoo! Oh no, we're invaded. Oh, this is escalating. This is absolutely escalating. Wait, we were invaded. Where is that guy? Hey, bye Tom. Oh, killed that skeleton in his animation. Ow, oh yikes. Oh. Oh, there's the invader. I think it was not so intelligent to then, aggro all of the enemies. let's clean up here. Yikes. Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Yes! All right. Boom! In the dirt, worm. Nice. Woohoo! Well fought, by the way. The odds were stacked against us, but we did it. SKR, the Bloodborne thing, we'll get to it at some point. So, yeah. I'm sure there will be a way for me to stream Bloodborne at some point. Loyboy, I'm playing with Hajmalim. He was the first to set down his summoning sign. And yeah. Although, you can help me more by now defeating the... I think Horus is down here somewhere. No, never mind. Never mind. Oh, but the old Demon King. Yes. There's a giant who's firing, or something is firing from up there. Like huge arrows. And there's a giant worm. Yeah. So, okay, my idea is to just run past the worm. And to the bonfire up ahead. Ah! Isn't there a bonfire somewhere here? Yeah, there's a bonfire here. Okay. So I'm gonna light this bonfire, and then Hashmalin, do you think we can do the old Demon King, or will he probably be too much for us? Yeah, actually, you're right. Let's go into the Discord voice thing, and then maybe we can work it out better, right? So now talking over this delay from stream. That's not working.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go kill that demon.
Yes. We're gonna get so shreked.
Yeah, probably. Do you know, like, there's a secret from the demon, the old demon king?
I know there's a summoning here. And
No, if like he's really low health, he'll makes like a last attack, then don't kill him afterwards. He's like in an animation of weakness.
Okay. Oh my god. Because this guy here, we can summon him, and if he survives, I get a special whip.
Really?
The most important whip in the. Oh my god.
Yeah, then he must survive.
Yeah. That's the most important thing. Okay, let's go.
Let's go in. All right, let's kill him.
So you do the attacking. I do the I do the whipping.
The whipping.
Oh my god, the range. I think from what I remember, this great swamp Cuculus guy is actually an absolute retarded idiot. So
Yeah, that can be.
it will be rather hard for us to save him.
But I hope we can manage though. Would be sad if you don't get your whip.
Because like the whip, he's yikes. The whip he gives me.
Oh no.
Oh no! It's like the absolute best whip for the build I'm planning on doing.
Really?
Yeah, because at some point I will switch this build into no longer pure dexterity, but have like not poison. Yes, poison.
Poison. So a poison whip then.
Yeah. Okay. No. Now I'm dead too.
And
And
they're gonna need to run to the.
yeah. And the whip that he has that he gives me is like a poison whip.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean, I'm so rusty with the mechanics. I'm not 100% sure anymore. From what I've heard, it's you put your stats into luck,
Mm-hmm.
and then do a hollow infusion on the whip somehow. But oh no, now that you actually say it, it might not be that intelligent.
I don't know. I never played whip.
Yeah, no. Actually, I while saying it, I realized that it might not actually be the smartest thing to do.
All right.
Okay.
Have I placed down my summon sign again?
Yeah.
Yep, in the right place. It's right in front of the bonfire.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, Bernardo, can you explain it a little bit more? From what I've seen, like it's I don't understand how luck influences the bleeding and poison. Somehow
Well-
it does, but I don't know how.
I only know that luck influences if you find things from dead bodies.
Yeah. It increases the build-up. Oh, I see. Oh, so you get to poison the enemy faster. Okay.
Nice. No.
Bonk.
Isn't there like, where is that giant damage?
Yeah, there's a huge ballista on the far end
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
I
lake,
remember,
and
yeah.
it's shooting at us. Yeah. The build-up per hit is increased. Okay. But that means to really get damage scaling with luck, you need the hollow gem infusion, right? Because then you somehow scale. Oh my god! Somehow scale with luck.
Survive. You must survive.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh, it's
Get
been a long time since I
schlitzed,
played Dark Souls. I have like better weapons.
Yeah, okay. I think it might actually be quite a bit too early for the Demon King.
Yeah, probably. So you're gonna go to, what is the next location?
Yeah, Irithyll.
Illusion. And should I help you there too, or?
No, I think for now it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. All right, but I'm still gonna say thank you very much for helping me.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
If any boss in the future tries to act up, I know who to call. Right.
Yeah, no problem.
Good. See you then.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Man, that was so cool. Thank you so much for helping there. Okay. But Bernardo, again, I think the thing is with luck, you increase the build up, but you don't increase like any damage or of any sort. Oh yeah, this part of the catacombs actually. Oh yeah, I remember it. So the point was to if you want to also like have your normal hit damage, what the fuck, increased by luck, then you would need a hollow infusion. But I think I just realized that the infusion is actually not possible. I think with the whip I'm thinking about. I think the spotted whip is its name. The spotted whip cannot be infused, which would make the entire build kind of pointless. Yeah. Alright, so then, yeah, let's shift the attention somewhere else. Alright, I think there was some place in the catacombs that I haven't discovered yet, right? No, back there. Yeah, I think the lower part, right, where... Let's check back again, yeah. Another riddle. Okay, I have another one. Okay. Another riddle then. Well, I'm not going to use them up. Use them all up today. I think we'll do one more today. And then save the other ones for later. So this one, it's a little bit bigger, so it's going to cover quite a little bit of the screen. I hope it's still like somewhat. Whoops. I hope it's still somewhat working. Like I hope you can somewhat still see what's happening on screen. Maybe I'll do it. I make it a little bit smaller, like this. I think that is barely acceptable. I would say so. Of course, SKR. Yes, please. If you find any riddles that you find interesting, please just send them. I'd be glad to take a look at them. Yeah. Oh yes. We're making our girl real pretty. Yes. Oh, look at this. How she wears the crown a little bit. A little bit. Oh yeah. Oh baby. So cute. She's a beauty. Okay, before we go on, let's check the riddle. So, okay, an old lady sells eggs at the market. Unfortunately, two men collide with the old lady, and her eggs fall on the ground and break. Now, the old lady, of course, wants the men to come up for the damages. But when the men ask how many eggs they were, so they know how much to pay, the old lady says, "Well, I don't know exactly, but I know that if I group them in pairs, like you could imagine lining your eggs up in small pairs, at the end there was one egg left over. If you do that with triplets, again, one egg left over. If you do that with 4, 5, or 6 slits, I don't know if that's the correct word, again, 1 egg left over. But if you put them in groups of 7, then at the end there will not be any eggs left over. Right? It will be a clean row of 7 finished and done. So, the question then becomes, how many eggs did the lady have? And since there are multiple answers, I'm looking for the smallest possible amount. I just realized that the set I'm wearing, the Dusk set, gives me sorcery increase, right? But that's actually not what I need, right? So let me check again. What did I equip here? Feathered crown. Ah! Feathered crown bestowed upon the princess of Ulasil, land of ancient golden sorceries. Da-da-da. This raises the power effect of the wearer's magic, but damage suffered from magic attack rises. Yeah, this is actually not very clever for me to use. Ooh, Slave Knight. That's sexy. Let's see. I was just wearing the worker set. It was still from the swamp, right? In the swamp area because it has the highest poison resist. But right now, I think Grave Warden. So I started with this one, Sellsword. And I'm looking for someone not heavier, like as light as possible. Cleric is good. Ragged. That one's very light and has quite a bit of defense, especially like in the elemental section. Oh, this one has very high elemental defense. These are too heavy. Follower. Ooh, that one's really good. 3.7. Yeah, that's actually quite heavy. Cleric hat is even better. I think the cleric hat for now is the best one. Although, no, not really, right? The Grave Warden. No, the Grave Warden's actually also not good. I think I'm gonna use the cleric. No protection is offered by this garment. Oh, but it's pretty though. Right? So I started with Brigand Sellsword, 10.6. Let's see. Sorcerer Robe, Slave Knight. So this is the base. Northern set. Mirror. Again, I think the cleric really takes the cake here, although the physical defenses are quite low. Maybe Fallen Knight. Fallen Knight or Herald? Fallen Knight, yeah. How does it look, Fallen Knight? Oh my god. Let's switch this to Fallen Knight or Herald. Let's read the description and then decide. Heralds of the Way of White to deliver commandments of duty. The insulated materials effects against strike damage, nicely complementing steel protective wear. Held beneath leather boots and drab cloth using a knot of rope and... Okay. They have the same 3.6. Yeah, let's do Fallen Knight. I think that's the better set. Fallen Knight helm. I know it's heavy, but I think it's worth it. Yeah. Sadly, the face is now obscured. But once we get a better armor set that's light and still very good, like maybe some of you Dark Souls experts can write in the comments which of the armor sets that are still available to me are best for light characters, for characters that want to have as low of a equipment load as possible, like for dexterity builds usually. Yeah. Okay, so I think there was one more place for me to visit. So not down there, I was there. Ah, come on, no, game, please. Okay, thank you, game. Yes. Whew. The armor depends on preference. Yeah, but isn't there an optimal? Like, I know this isn't Bloodborne, but I always thought that in Dark Souls there was always like an optimal armor for a certain weight class. Whew, nice. People who go full strength and vitality without armor. Okay, I see. I see. But the other way around isn't possible, right? You can't go full dexterity and 0 vitality and then... Ah, no, that's down there. Yeah, then I have been everywhere in the catacombs. So for someone who has not invested anything into what's vigor, the stat for equipment load, but who still wants the, like, okay, maybe it's a dumb question to say what's the best armor. Where is the cut? What percentage of equipment load is the cutoff for the fastest roll? From what I remember, very very vaguely, it's 25%, right? I think it was 25%, and below 25% you get the fastest roll and longest roll distance and most invulnerability frames and stuff. So in the end, I'll just say this. At the moment, I'm wearing this, but if I get any armor set that puts me well below 25%, although I just now realized that the set I'm wearing is like much too heavy for what my like goal is. Yeah, maybe not actually. Maybe I need something lighter. Again, I've seen quite a few numbers pop up in the chat. Remember that it not only needs to satisfy the conditions, but it also needs to be the smallest of the numbers. Right? The smallest. How did he hit me here? Stupid fucker. Oh dear. Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. So what you say is I really need to wear like the lightest possible armor. Okay. I will do it. Let's try Grave Warden. Although no, I don't have the full set. And of course I cannot wear any armor that isn't the full set. I think Cleric is although, well, in that case, no. In that case, I'm actually going to use the antiquated set. Except for the helmet, because it offers me like 0 benefit. Because I'm not using any magic, and I take more magic damage. So Dusk Crown, no. That's nice. Look at this. It looks like an old lady that you would help to get across the street. Yeah. Awesome. What the fuck, Xander? PP reveal? Big PP. It wouldn't fit on the screen, right? So no PP reveal. Alright, I think here we'll meet Horace, who has gotten lost and left Anri to die. Wait, what? Did Anton reveal his PP? I'm not sure. I highly doubt it. I know Anton's kind of batshit crazy sometimes, but I don't think he would ever reveal his PP. No. Okay, Horace. Horace. Oh, this seems doable. No, hey man, he's using like super movement skills. Like hua, backstep, hua. Ah, Ficker. Richtiger Ficker, ey. That's scheiße. Yay! Zerstört! Are you guys ready for Davy 504's PP reveal? Epic! Yeah, oh, SKR, I know what you mean. No, it was playing, I think the game was Rage or something. And I don't know how, or I don't know why, but there's Like, I haven't played the game, but there was one opportunity apparently where you can see the dick of an enemy. And his stream was instantly taken down. Yeah. You still don't get the riddle? I'm sure you get the riddle. But if you just like having things explained to you by me, that's also very nice of you. Oh, fire crab. As if big crab wasn't problematic enough. Now you have big fire crab. Yeah, down there's the extra part of the demon ruins that goes further down and gives like lots of optional items, because this entire area here is optional. I think if the ballista shoots in here, it opens up. Yeah. I was wondering, is there something back there where all the crabs are? Because they're kind of dangerous, the crabs. No head shaving. That will never happen. My wife will never allow it. And also, I like my Chinese hair, dude. It's one of the great perks of having Chinese genes. Your hair is so fluffy and thick. It's the best. What's up, slappers? Yeah, I love that. When Davy's fan greeting, and the way he pronounces epic is absolutely epic. He's just a great all-around YouTuber. Oh no, I think these guys are strong. Okay. Come here, you bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Oh, Xander, that's a very hard choice. Epic YouTube gamer or wife? Very difficult choice. Okay. When I die, the next time I die, I am going to solve the riddle this time as well. Which, from what I remember, I will probably die right here, because there are some more of these Grabberino dudes. Oh my god, I got stabbed in the nuts! Let me through, you fucker! Oh. Fick! Abgefickt! Ah! Yes! Ha Xander, I'm just giving you a sliver of hope, but actually it's hopeless. My wife is the absolute best. Pyromancy. You are working out to my stream. Damn, nice. I'm glad that inspires you. Although I'm not sure what about me inspires working out, because working out is actually one of the things that I don't do. But if it does for you, then that's great. By the way, I'm going to break a little tradition of streaming. Usually, when you're watching streamers, they always try to tell you how much of a Chad they are. Like the worst offenders there, you know, like Tyler 1 or whatever this guy's called. They're basically they're just fucking cringe, right? They represent everything that's dumb and toxic. So instead of doing that, I will tell you one thing about me that is one of my absolute worst traits, and I cannot seem to change it ever. And for now, I have just given up on it, which is fine. It's not like I'm struggling with it every day, but it's one of the worst parts of being Andy, and that is, it seems to me that people usually when they work out, when they do something physically exhausting, then after that they somehow their brain gives them like a dose of hormones that to them then lets them think, oh, that was worth it, and I feel kind of, yeah, right? I feel kind of it was worth it, and I feel good after it, right? So maybe while exercising, you're kind of, oh, this is horrible, everything hurts, but after that you get this hormone dose and everything's cool. Now, I don't get this. This is one of the most depressing things ever, right? So whenever I work out, or I try to, I really like put all my motivation into it. I'm just, I do it, right? So because I want to accomplish something. I want the exercise to be actually worth it. But then after a while, when I'm completely crunched and all my bones are broken and my lungs are basically filled with acid, and I think like, oh my god, that was really painful, but at least I did something. This hormone, this feeling that I did something worthwhile actually just never comes. And I just end up, the part of my brain that keeps telling me, yeah, look what you did. You just hurt yourself and did it for nothing. Like, it doesn't feel good. You're just sitting there and regretting it. This part of the brain just takes over. And which then leads to, of course, right, like, oh no, exercise, it wasn't so cool last time, and it's a vicious circle that never leads to anything good. So yeah, that's one of the things that I would consider a great weakness. Now, of course, I'm not, you can see me, I'm not Wings of what's this called? Wings of Redemption, that guy. I don't weigh like 300 kilos or however much he weighs. But I don't have a problem on this magnitude. But still, like, I'd rather be, I wouldn't mind being a little bit more fit. Anyway, what just happened with the baby? What did my wife say? Jesus. If you are the new wife, will you get a baby with him? It was just a question, Xander. Chill the fuck out. Oh my. It was a question. If you are my wife, Xander, will you have a baby with me? Jesus. Studies that detail it could be genetics. But, well, but that would mean that I would have like regularly too little of this one hormone. But I wouldn't say that. I'm actually, for most of the time, I'm quite yeah, in a good mood. I'm really considering myself the opposite of depressed for most of the time even. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just this one mechanism in my brain that doesn't work correctly. Loiboy, you are a competitive swimmer. Ho ho! Nice. By the way, one thing, like I find sports on the highest level, I find that absolutely incredibly interesting and fascinating. But one of the feats of what humans are capable of that I will just that makes me speechless and stunned with awe every time is hearing that people are actually able to swim across, like from the United Kingdoms to France. There's this one part, I don't know what's it called in English, Ärmelkanal it is in German. People are actually able to fucking swim across that. You're swimming through the open ocean for I don't know how many miles. I think isn't it something like no, before I say something stupid, I'm not gonna say anything. I just think that it's fucking absurd, right? But yeah, Loyboy, next time you come into the chat, I expect you to have made that trip. Bernardo, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, right? I know that working out and taking care of yourself is good, but I just always the brain always gravitates towards the activities that give you the most endorphins, right? And if I then have the choice between, doing a little bit of workout that my brain will only scold and reprimand me for, or play a little bit of Dark Souls and video games, then it usually goes into this direction, right? English channel, it's called. English channel. I didn't even know that. Aha, interesting. La Manche. Yeah, La Manche. Okay, yeah. You guys use that in English as well? You pronounce it like he swam through La Manche. La Manche. There was a woman who swam from Cuba to Florida. Oh my god, this is getting absurd. This is reaching levels that are, for me, they are absolutely incomprehensible. Like sometimes people talk to me when I tell them, I studied physics. Yeah, they say like, oh, physics, like the equations you do there, they're impossible or whatever. But for me, they're not that absurd. And for some people, when they see the equation, they don't know that this is even possible to solve. But for me, having someone swim from Cuba to Florida, that just seems to me like it's actually absurd. Oh, I thought I rolled. It's actually superhuman, man. Yes, Xander, you're on the FBI list. Yeah, I remember the peeing in the pool story, Xander. That was pretty funny. Did I ever run a marathon? No, because yeah, that's also a second part of my shortcomings. When I was very little, I had a quite severe case of a I don't know, a Lungenentzündung. It's like inflammation of the lung. I was maybe 2 years old or maybe even younger. And while everything was fine, I recovered. Yeah? Having your body fight a disease while it's still so underdeveloped. No doctor ever told me this, but just leave me in the belief that I feel like this has somehow left some permanent damage on my lungs. Lung infection, yeah. And since then, whenever I do some physical exercise, if it involves like endurance and a lot of where you have to, like, for example, when you're running, it's, as for me at least, long before the muscles have any problems of continuing on, my lung is already like breathing in pure acid. And it was always, like, as far as I remember, it was the case for me. Like, I never was in a position where endurance-based physical activity worked out for me. But then, if it comes like strength, then at least I can like, I'm not particularly strong, but at least there I can work with what I have. No, it's not asthma, because like asthma is when you're having like trouble breathing and I don't have any of that. It's just when my body like increases its pulse and goes into a working mode, so to say, my lungs are just really quick to stop working efficiently. Yeah. No. Anton is fit as fuck, man. I don't know if he. To me, he doesn't look it, but he's a real Shaolin in that sense. Of course, we all know that he's a knight of the round table, but yeah. We had that set called Iron Man, where we swim 50 meters as fast as possible and do 5 push-ups in between until we are dead. Oh no! Yeah. So you swim 50 meters, then 5 push-ups, then swim, then 5 push-ups until you drown. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm sure these exercises are great if you can actually do one iteration of them. But for me, like swimming 50 meters, that's okay, I can do it, but I do it very slow. And 5 push-ups, I can do them, but I do them very slow and probably not very good. Yeah, I'm the demon region will do that at some other point, Hashmalim. I think for now this is enough exploration here. Let's just continue with Irithel. Competitive eating. That's not sport. That's just disgusting and sick. Okay. By the way, I just realized that we still have the riddle open, so the riddle will now be solved. Okay. So, as many of you have already guessed, the answer that I saw the most, I think, was 301, and that is indeed the correct answer. Now, of course, I first thought, wait, what woman has 301 eggs with her? But remember, she's a egg merchant. So maybe she had like a few, I don't know, many eggs that she wanted to sell, and they then all break. Okay, so the number we're looking for. And let me check the winners real quick. Yeah. The numbers we're looking for, again, right? With the one. So to put this in mathematical terms, it mustn't be divisible by 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, right? So you can immediately cross out all the numbers that are divisible by any of these. Then you can also take into account, but you can put into your pool of candidates for the correct number every number that is divisible by 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 plus 1, because we always have 1 left over when you divide by these numbers. And once you have created your pool of candidates, then you divide them by 7. And only the number that is then divisible by 7 satisfies all the conditions. And the smallest number that actually does that is 301. So yeah, many people got it. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so for the winners. This time, we have a lot of winners. We almost have a top 10. So, number 9. Amir Ali G. Yes, good. He did it after 32 minutes. Nice. Oh, that's a very good idea, Sabrina. Writing down how fast they solved it. Then, Nat Ams again, whose real name is apparently yes and not, is and isn't Nat Ams. So, nice. After 16 minutes. Good job. Fitzgerald, it was 301. Number 7, Borek Truja, or Truja, or whatever. After 12 minutes. Good job. Number 6, Illidan 9, after 11 minutes. Oh, we have a 3-way tie, but it's probably from your position in the chat that my wife determined. So the 3 people that the 3 next people are all 11 minutes. So yeah, Illidan, number 6, nice. After 11 minutes as well, number 5. And Loyboy, the competitive swimmer, after also 11 minutes, number 4. Then, 3rd place goes to Kick Pipi, if that's the way to pronounce it. Kick PPI. Yeah, so I'm just gonna call you Kick Pipi. After 10 minutes. Then 2nd place goes to David357 after 9 minutes. Ooh, 1 digit. Nice. And the winner is Kevin Schmidt. Nice, Kevin. You have obviously no connection to the name Kevin whatsoever. You are far above Hauptschule and very clever. Well done, guys. Well done. I am very proud of you. Okay, let's remove the riddle from the screen. Ah, yes. And to celebrate, I am certainly going to die when fighting this demon here. But that's okay. Oh, okay. He also has a bumpy jumpy. And I'm dead. You are dead. I think they look so fucking terrifying. Oh my god. Oh. Ooh. The system is rigged. Yeah, the Kevin redemption story. SKR, great question. So, well, actually, the number of movies that use physics and science like correctly it is low. Yeah, that is true. But honestly, one of the ones that did it well, I feel, was Interstellar. I know it's a huge production and whatsoever, and it probably, of course, they took their movie making liberties, and they did a few things that I would consider to be maybe a little bit too much. But I think Interstellar, for example, the way they portrayed the black hole, they of course went the extra mile to portray it in a scientifically sensible manner. I have never seen that done in this way before, and I think that's quite respectable and incredible. And what I mean is, like, I'm sure you have seen Interstellar, right? There is this one scene where they close to the black hole and they can then see the black hole. Oh no! And what you then see is you see, like, it's a sphere, but it has a ring around it. But it also, part of the ring then on the side seems to then go over the black sphere. And you're maybe wondering, like, what's up with that? Why is it going over? And what you're actually seeing, the bright ring around. So the bright ring is actually just a disk. It's a disk of hot gas, and because it's so hot, it's glowing. But since the gravitational pull of the black hole is so strong, the light. So whenever light goes past something heavy, like, let's say this is a heavy object here, and the light ray comes from the side, it gets bent a little bit into this direction. And the heavier this object is, the stronger the bending is. And with a black hole, what they did, what none of the other representations of the black hole have done before, the gravitational pull of a black hole is so strong that actually the glowing disk behind the black hole that you shouldn't be able to see because the black sphere is in the way, the light goes off into both directions, like up and down, right? You shouldn't be able to see it, but the light that's going up gets actually bent around into your direction, right? So you're able to basically see stuff behind the black hole, which you understand what I mean. There's Adit Vikram. There's a Veritasium video that came out with in light of the whole black hole picture thing, where he really explains it. Like, the light from objects behind the black hole gets bent through its gravitational pull so that it goes into your direction, right? Like, if you are the camera, this is the black hole, and behind it here is the light, then the light that normally would go out in this direction here, not into yours, gets bent by the black hole into your direction. And this works even multiple times. You can have light trajectories that go around the black hole for multiple times until they get thrown out into your direction. And that is absurd. Like, that I don't know if they did the multiple time thing, but even to do the first, for them to do that in a Hollywood big production movie, that was, I thought, very respectable. And I think it paid off because that is the de facto image of a black hole we have today, right? Representation of it. Besides the NASA picture, of course. Yeah. And then I saw someone else mentioned The Martian. I personally hated that movie very much. I thought it was the most generic, boring, bland, film schooly, like what you would teach people in film school kind of movie ever. But nonetheless, I think it was okay for what it tried to do. But there they also did try to make it plausible, like how someone would be able to survive on Mars. That try is garbo. Yeah. You need tips in differentiation? I don't know if there are any tips in differentiation. Just take the exponent, drag it in front, and reduce the exponent by 1. If that's the kind of differentiation you mean. Wait, no, here. It's here. Das ist so much damage. Ey. Holy shit, man. Das ist ja krank, ey. Whoa, it even has lightning attack! Ah! Ah, fick, ey. Oof. Okay. Yay! Zerstört! Woo! Yeah, I know that you can't follow, but I think to get... There are a few summons here. Oh no, I'm already very hollow. Check this out. Oh, ooh, oh no. Oh, this not look good. This is bad. Oh, I'm very hollow. Yeah, anyway, I think there are a few summons here on the bridge. And to get them I needed to kill this enemy here. Oh, SKR, I know which one you mean. You that was one of the absolute most horrendously cringe misuses of science I've ever seen. The I don't know what's it called. Spectral, I think, was a Netflix exclusive movie where the enemies are fucking. Even saying it out loud gives me makes me wanna. It's so absolutely disgustingly horrendous. Ugh, I can't, man. Which then probably begs the question, well, why is it so implausible? Well, let me tell you a little bit about Bose-Einstein condensates then. So, how do I start this? Well, the first question then I would ask is, how cold can it get? Right? And the answer to that is, well, there is an absolute zero. 0 Kelvin, but since no one uses Kelvin, it's like minus 270 something degrees Celsius. And that is the point where there's actually no longer any energy in the system. Now, because mass and energy on the lowest scale are kind of very closely connected, this absolute zero in general can never be reached. There are multiple explanations for it, some more correct than others, but picture it like this. On the smallest possible scale, no, let's not do it like this. Just if you zoom in to let's say a gas that's made out of small atoms, and they move around. Then at some point you take energy out, and basically what temperature is nothing else than the mean speed or the mean energy of these atoms, right? If they're slower, it means they have less energy. It means that the temperature is lower. At some point, you have extracted so much energy that they condense, meaning they go from gas to liquid. There, they still kind of move around, but a lot less freely. And then you extract more energy, they get slower and slower, they slow down even more, until at some point they might even turn solid. Like, not all elements do. Some elements can never be solid, but yeah. So, and in a solid, they still move around. They still move around very, very slightly. It's just small vibrations. Because in a solid, usually a solid has a structure, and the atoms are bound in this structure, right? It's because this structure is for them the energetically most, and the best energetic configuration, right? Everything else, to get into another point in the structure, they would have to use more energy than they have. So they just stay where they are. But they can move around. They can still move around a little bit. And that is why even solids have a temperature, right? If touching a solid is nothing else than these very small movements bumping into your hand, and then your body is trained to feel this as a temperature. Now, the logic, if you go on any further, the logic would be to have, well, if these atoms in this solid stop moving, then we have reached absolute zero. But Urandus, I saw you again, yeah. Later, maybe. So, but at the smallest scale, atoms no longer behave like real solid spheres, right? Atoms aren't spheres that bump into each other. For most representations, this is okay. But when you go down to the smallest scales, they are actually no longer doing that. You're entering the quantum realm. And in the quantum realm, we have something that is called uncertainty. Some properties of an object are in a certain entanglement with another property. And the uncertainty is that when you know one of these properties really precisely, there is no way for you to tell what the other property is in a very imprecise frame, right? The most famous uncertainty is the one of, what was it before I say something stupid? Oh, god damn it, how could I fucking forget this? Yeah, of course, idiot. It's position and momentum, right? If you know the position of a quantum particle absolutely perfectly, you know the momentum of a quantum particle the absolute opposite of perfectly, which is you don't know it at all. And momentum is really just a fancy schmancy physics term for velocity. It's not quite, but for now, think of it as velocity. But momentum is velocity times mass, but let's just leave that out there at the moment. And then you see the problem, right? You see that the problem of if you say you reach something is absolute zero, it is no longer moving. That would mean you have to like reduce this uncertainty. Okay, I'm really struggling to get this logically across. So, although, again, if someone then watches this video and tells me no, this is wrong what I'm saying, then okay, it is possible that I am wrong here, but as far as I know, the uncertainty prevents you from ever having something. Yes, exactly, right? If something doesn't move, its momentum is zero, right? And you knowing that, you know the momentum is zero. This means you know the momentum extremely precisely, gives you a massive uncertainty with the position. you no longer know where the particle is, which is that's extremely weird thing to think about, right? So what does that even mean? I don't know where the particle is. It has to be somewhere, right? Yep. But you no longer know this, right? And that is one of the fundamental problems you run into with these lowest possible temperatures. You reduce the momentum so much that the localizing your particles becomes actually very non-trivial and difficult. Now, to come back to the Bose-Einstein condensates in the beginning, we all know that there are 3 phases of matter, right? Gas, liquid, solid. Then you sometimes have plasma as well. Some say this is a phase of matter. But actually there's another one. There's another one that can only be reached by bosons, which are certain types of particles. For example, I think protons are bosons. Although I'm not 100% certain there. And there's actually another type of matter that bosons can enter. And they enter this type when they reach temperatures that are pretty much absolute zero. Of course, they don't reach it, but we're talking nano Kelvin above absolute zero. We're not talking 1 degree or something. We're talking nano degrees, right? 10 to the power of -9 degrees. A millionth of... No, that actually doesn't work. Like you divide by 1,000 and then by 1,000 and then again by 1,000. That's the scale of temperatures we're talking about here. Once you cool bosons into this temperature regime, and there are various ways to do that that have actually yielded Nobel Prizes for, of course, German physicists. Bam! Then these protons actually no longer are, they're actually no longer protons. They form a collection of protons that behaves like one particle. Like I personally, it's even hard for me to grasp this. So on the quantum scale, particles, as I said, don't behave like solid spheres. They're more like they have wave functions, right? And what wave functions are is up to debate. But for me, as I use wave function basically just as probabilities, right? There, where the wave function is big, there's a high probability for the particle to be there, and where the wave function is small, there's a low probability for it to be there. And what happens in this temperature regime, there is no longer a way for you to differentiate between the wave functions of multiple bosons. If you have a cup with, I don't know, 10,000 bosons, and you cool it down to this temperature, you no longer have a cup with 10,000 bosons. Their wave functions meld into one another, and they basically turn into one single wave function, right? Which is one particle. But what does that even? How is this even remotely possible, right? So you basically enter a state of matter that is no longer made out of what it's made of, right? The Bose-Einstein condensate is made out of bosons, but it's no longer bosons. And it has this stuff. Of course, it's extremely hard to make. No surprise there. And it's never been done, I think, with more than a handful of particles. So that is already the first part where this movie is like, okay, you have human-sized Bose-Einstein condensates. What the fuck is wrong with you? And then, why is it so hard to do? Well, if you have a handful of bosons that have this low temperature and you expose them to room temperature, which is like absolutely absurdly hot compared to them, of course they would immediately heat up and lose this boson behavior, this Bose-Einstein condensate behavior. So in this movie, having like human, oh my god, humanoid Bose-Einstein condensates run around in plain fucking sunlight. That was the absolute worst. Like, never have I seen a interesting physical phenomenon be absolutely, I don't know how else to call it, be raped by screenwriting authors to serve their absolutely retarded purpose. It sounds sciencey enough for anyone who doesn't know anything about it to accept it, but it's so that I cannot understand why you would ever accept it. I cannot accept it. It is too much. It's too horrible for me. Okay, enough. I'm very sorry. It just needed to. I wanted to explain it like correctly, right? I don't want to give you guys just a half story. I wanted to give you the real Bose-Einstein condensate presentation. So yeah, thanks for sticking around. How to annoy a physicist? Yeah. You annoy a physicist by absolutely butchering the stuff that he has learned. Yeah. Summon Uranus? Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of challenging myself to do this whip only alone, right? No offense. It was very cool, Uranus. But I really wanna make it, right? I really want to say I beat Dark Souls whip only alone. For the most part, right? I know you already helped me, so but yeah. Isn't the thing about movies and games to make the impossible possible? Yes. And I would agree there. But then it's no longer a Bose-Einstein condensate, right? Or at least you kind of have to make it plausible how it's possible to have this state of matter in, like, if, yes, in fantasy and fiction you can make the impossible possible, but you can't just state it. You have to make it also plausible. And I think that is often... It often doesn't receive any consideration when writing these screenplays or anything. They often just think that people would just accept it. But I don't think that's what you should do. I think there should be an effort to make something plausible. Even if it's unlikely or physically impossible, that doesn't matter. Just make it plausible. No. There's no need to rethink your decision. Imagine, like, when you become a physicist, you will most probably know about this stuff even better, right? And it will stop being so weird, and it actually become like graspable. You think it's something you can work with. I think that's also one of the greatest things about studying physics. The things that I talk about often, they seem so exotic and weird to non-physicists, but then when you actually study physics, you realize, like, yes, it's actually there's logic to it and rules and sense. No. Oh, aua. This is a very bad position that I'm fighting in right now. What's smaller, photon or neutron? Well, I mean, I assume you mean neutron. Well, photons have... Okay, bad. Photons have no mass. So, talking about size really doesn't make sense with photons. They have no size. They have no mass. So, answering your question, a neutron is bigger. And a photon is smaller. How do I plan on beating Pontiff? Well, like this. I whip it. What's smaller, proton or your PP? I think the photon has you outmatched there. Imagine a one proton-sized PP. Is that even a PP then? Does that even qualify? Yeah, well, no, I think it's okay if you say like, oh, we have this Bose-Einstein condensate is something very dangerous, but you have to like make it somehow make me believe that where is the danger with it? Why is it dangerous, right? Because the way I learned it and the way I see it, it's something so fragile and extremely hard to obtain, and with the slightest mishandling of it, it's gone, that I don't understand how there could ever be danger emanating from it. Oh. No. No, I die. Oh. Yeah, I did in one of the earlier streams. I did a segment about Neil deGrasse Tyson. Well, I think his way of representing science is a little too popular for me. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's a little bit too much on the entertainment and a little not enough on the actual like hard science. If that makes any sense. I don't want to sound like arrogant or gatekeepery, so it's really not. I don't mean it in that way. I just think he misrepresents the things sometimes and oversimplifies them a little bit. But in the same in the same stream, I also said that I still think what he does is good. Because if it gets even one person to try and start with a scientific research or with a scientific study, then it's already good. It's already worth it. Even if many then will be maybe disappointed and stop, it doesn't matter, because those that don't stop and aren't disappointed, they're enriching the scientific community, and that is great. So yeah, I think while his methods might be questionable, I think what Mr. Tyson does is overall very good. It's a net gain for us all. How can I tell that something has no mass? Well, one of the arguments that I like to use, which is logical for any physicist, is if something moves at the speed of light, it cannot have any mass. And since light moves at the speed of light, well, there you go. Light cannot have any mass. Hi, Mikael Lundgren. Oh no, now I've aggroed these guys without killing the fire guy first. Yay! Nothing is faster than light. And the problem with faster than light is always you see, one of the groundbreaking things that Einstein found out is that the faster an object moves, like space-time isn't static, right? Objects that move very fast influence the space-time for them. And space-time is basically just, space and time, right? They aren't static. They can be changed. And once something moves at the speed of light, time stops for it. Which is absurd to think about, but for a photon, a particle that moves at the speed of light, its entire existence has the length of 0 seconds. Everything it experiences happens, for it at least, at the same time. And therefore, nothing could move faster than the speed of light, because then the definition of movement would kind of not make sense anymore, right? Movement is your like way, or how do you call it, the length divided by time, and once you see that you cannot divide by 0, right? So anything else there, then the definitions there kind of break down, and when you have like time scales of 0, right, you get many problems there with divisions by 0, and you get a lot of infinities, and your equations usually break down. And therefore, since you cannot ever get past this point, nothing will ever be able to move faster than light, because you cannot ever get past the point of moving at the speed of light. In a sense, David 357, you are right. Light is, in some way, it is magical, because it's the only thing that actually moves like that. However, then it's actually not the only thing that moves like that, because every wave, everything that is massless, moves at the speed of light. In fact, it can only move at the speed of light. That is the other way. Like, we always think, like, what happens if something moves faster than the speed of light? Well, the thing is, it can only move at the speed of light. What happens if you divide by 0? That nothing happens, it just cannot be done.
I never managed to find Horace. but my duty must be done. For the children I knew, we all have our pleas, and also a token of protection.
Ah, I remember. I think if I just leave Henri here, he will be killed by an assassin that is somewhere hiding here around here as a statue, I think. But I want him to... Yes. I want him to succeed. You can type it on your calculator, which means that it must be possible, right? No, actually, okay. The real problem why you cannot divide by 0 is not that it somehow breaks nature or anything. The problem that why you can't divide by 0 is that it's not eindeutig, not come on, eindeutig. Derima, what is eindeutig? Because I would like to show this to you. Show this to you guys. Let's say, whoops, we have a coordinate system. X, f of x, right? Not defined, yeah. God, I can't believe there's no clean translation of eindeutig. Anyway, it's not uniquely defined. Let's say this, okay? Dividing by 0 can yield multiple results depending on what you do. And that is very much against many mathematical foundations, right? The same operation should always yield the same result. And I will demonstrate this by looking at the 1 divided by x function. You can clearly see that at some point you will reach the 1 divided by 0 point. Let's first start with the positive numbers, right? Let's say here we have, I don't know, 3, I have 2, and we have 1. Okay? X divided by 3 is like 1/3, right? Let's say that is here. X divided by 2 is a half. Let's say that is here. And 1 divided by 1, sorry, not x divided by 1 divided by 3 is a third, 1 divided by 2 is a half, and 1 divided by 1 is 1. Let's say that is 1. Right? Let's go further. Here we have 0.5. 1 divided by 0.5 is 2. Right? So we go here. And so on and so forth. You can see, watch, this will be absolutely horrendous. Your function, hold up. Let's do this in another color. Your function will look kind of like this, right? The smaller your denominator here is, the bigger the function. And it gets smaller and smaller, and your function gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And at some point, you divide by 0, and you would say, well, then, of course, my function is just infinity. Okay. But now, let's look at the negative numbers, right? Again, -1, -2, -3. Now, we have -1/3, which is here, -half, here, -1, here, -0.5. 1 divided by -0.5 is -2, here. And I think you see where I'm getting at. Now our function looks like this. Yep. And here, the closer you get with negative denominators to 0, your function gets smaller and smaller towards -infinity. And here you would argue, well, if you divide by 0, then the logical result you would get is -infinity. Ha! Now we have reached an impasse. the same operation, depending on from which side you do it, suddenly yields different results. 1 divided by 0 either is obviously plus infinity, or it is obviously minus infinity. What do you do? And this problem here, this being not uniquely defined, this is why dividing by 0 is forbidden. Because some person dividing by 0 might logically get another result than another person dividing by 0. They did the same operation, and then suddenly their results are different. And they can no longer agree. And since that is not what math is about, big problem. Right? This is the real reason why you can't divide by 0. You won't break the fucking universe. Right? Okay? It's really just mathematical logic, basically. Dividing by 0 is illogical. Okay. Guys, I am pretty spent. I think I'm gonna stream for half an hour more. Okay? Let's say we do half an hour. And then we'll leave it at that for today. Tomorrow, again, remember, it will be Devil May Cry time. Tomorrow, same time as today, 6 p.m. And it will be great. I'm sure you guys are keenly awaiting someone who isn't mentally challenged, no offense, Anton, shots fired, to play Devil May Cry 5. And then we shall see how we do. Yeah, I may cry. That is true. Andy may cry. I don't know if there will be riddles tomorrow. I mean, Devil May Cry is a lot more action-packed than Dark Souls is. Dark Souls is more of a very calming experience with the occasional outburst. And Devil May Cry is like pure action non-stop, right? So we shall see. Maybe I'd like to focus more on the game tomorrow. Sorry. Anton admits it. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's still mean. Anton isn't dumb, guys. Come on. It just if he hasn't set his mind to it, then he doesn't bother with things. And if he doesn't think Devil May Cry is interesting, then he just doesn't bother. No riddles equals unsubscribe. Damn, no, Xander, you cannot do this to me. Why you sliding at me? This is not good, man. Don't unsubscribe. Oh. Ah! There's another one. Hehe. Killed. Oh my god, you guys are so mean to Anton. Yeah, yesterday, I had a little chat with Aaron, and I told him that I think the word banchut has been used more on Anton's stream than in the entirety of India. I love it. Okay, no riddles equals you commit. Oh my god, this is dark, dude. Okay, okay. If the demand for riddles is so high, then I'm sure we can work something out, guys. We can certainly reach a point where everyone is happy. I am a real gamer. I think this expression has become so loaded, and it's kind of cringe. So I don't know if I would consider myself a real gamer. I just consider myself as someone who really likes to play video games. I enjoys it. Nice, Mikael Lundgren. That is awesome to hear. Hope you're having fun, right? Hope the games are like you imagine them to be. I think the Doom playthrough on stream, that was really, really cool. I enjoyed that game a lot more than I did on my first playthrough. Like on my first playthrough, I enjoyed it a lot, right? But having played Doom Eternal, I really knew or saw the game in a different light, right? Paid more attention to the details and things that I took for granted when I played Doom for the first time. Now I saw like, oh yeah, okay, in Doom Eternal this is different, and now I see why they made the decisions they made. I think that's it's very cool to reach this point. Oh shit, by the way, I realized I didn't give... Yeah, fuck. I didn't give the Onion Knight his armor because he was stuck in the well. I hope I can still do that. Shit, I hope it's not too late. Yeah, Illidan, that's actually a great idea. You can send me that pic again, and then I will probably use that for the thumbnail, because that's kind of the tradition of, right? If my thumbnails need to be my face with the face mask over the eyes, photoshopped into the game I'm playing. Well, good question, Kevin. So, again, as I said in the podcast, I really didn't think I was much of a streamer because when I'm in the game, I'm fucking there, right? I'm in the game. I have left this dimension. But the thing is, I said I'm not a real streamer because I believed this, not immersing myself into the game this much, to be a bad experience. I thought if I'm not immersed into the game, then I won't find the game cool. However, as it turns out, while yes, it's true, I am playing the games a little differently. I am not that into it. I mean, I'm skipping over all the dialogue, right? I'm not taking any long pauses to look at the environments or anything as I usually do. The alternative, what I get from it, interacting with you guys, is also so cool, and I never would have thought that it, I never would have thought it to be able to compensate. And that is quite something. Like, that is why I really enjoy the streams. Because yes, I lose something. I lose the deep immersion and the way I usually play. I gain so much else. I gain so much other stuff that I think in the end it's quite worth it. All right. There is, I think, another bonfire up ahead. I'm just gonna... I think it's called something distant or anything. Distant bonfire. I think I'm just gonna rush to it because there are a few more of these big water monsters. I'll see if I can activate this bonfire. Oh, dark. Dark ahead. This little corner here always felt so weird, like it feels so ominous and dark. Oh. Alright, let's head back. I think the armor, the Onion Knight armor, I can buy it from Patches. Patches! And Patches is waiting for me somewhere in the tower in Firelink Shrine. And to access the tower I need the key. Yes, buy this.
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
Oh, okay, okay. Here, Sabrina has commanded me to show you guys the real art she did for me when I was like Omega into StarCraft 2. She painted for me the emblems of all three races with her own like spin on it. It's mwah! Check this out. Like here. Cook. Oh, wait. Let's pause. See here. Yeah. I mean, guys, cook the sun. Oh my god. Look how well it's painted. Ah. Or here. We have Zack. It's a little bit dark. We have Zerg. Oh my god. Or I still have the Terran one. Here. Check this out. Terran. Oh! Hold on. Pretty damn good, huh? Pretty damn good. Can you do that, huh, Xander? Huh? Checkmate, puto. Fuck off, let's fight. Yeah, see how quick love and adoration turns into the opposite. No, I have not seen this parody song. I'll check it out, yeah. Well, Xander, in what discipline do you intend to fight me? Do you wanna StarCraft 1v1? I advise you not to. Do you wanna what else can we do? Do you wanna Smash? Huh? Super Smash? You will die. Love is just war. Okay, I thought Patches was somewhere here. Or maybe, oh yeah, he's maybe further up. Cockfighting. Oh ho ho ho. A Minecraft 1v1. Yeah, well, that is a game that I'm unlikely to ever win. Fine work. Is there anything good I can trade at the moment with Pickle Pea Bumperum? You give me soft, give me warm. Right, that's what they say. Oh, I thought that was hilarious. Patches is not here? Oh no. Damn. Embers, yeah. Yeah. I guess I'll do that at some point.
Sorry, friend.
There he is.
Be more careful. By the gods, curiosity is gonna kill you kittens. Some places are better left alone, you know. Oh, sorry. Am I a tad too late?
Bitch.
Besides, you're a
Okay, so I can get out of here by using a homeward bone, I think. But I can also get out by carefully... Oh no, I already missed this item there. Carefully dropping down here. Hop. Hop, hop. Estus ring, nice. Oh no, I didn't kill this guy. Oh, Samurai Master. Well, if I whip this Patches through the door, the problem is then he will become hostile, right? And I really don't want him to become hostile. I still need him. I still need some of the stuff he's selling. And now I have to confront him. And then he will do his Patches routine of, oh my god, please, mercy, oh, I'll suck your dick, please, don't kill me. If any of you guys make this into a voice clip, I will fucking kill you. No, he's no longer here. Oh, okay. Did I take self-defense classes? As a matter of fact, when I was, I think, 14 or something, or for a few years even, when I was rather young, Anton and I did judo together. Yes. And for me, that was some of the absolute worst torture. No, I need to get in the roof. I need. that was for me absolutely just. Every week going to the judo place to learn judo was hell. I just couldn't understand why everyone was so intent on hurting each other. This And you know how judo is with kids in this age group, right? They're full of hormones, don't understand their own body, and oh dear. Really thrive on punching some unassuming looking half Chinese little weakling. It was not a good experience. Unlike, at least for me. For Anton, I think he thoroughly enjoyed it. For him, it was, I think, pretty cool. Where did Patches go? Didn't he go? Oh yeah, here he is.
Oh, you're alive. Now, hold your horses. Let's have a nice talk about this. Oh, come clean. I did you wrong. I didn't mean it, though. Not one bit. You get these urges, running the business and all, and I hate myself for it. I do. You know what I mean.
Blah blah. Yes, I forgive you.
The heart of a...
Now I can buy the Katarina set. And do I need the shield? I don't think so. I just need the armor. And then I can rescue...
That's it. That's it. Thanks.
No, well, at least if I like first I need to save the Katarina guy, and then maybe I'll kill Patches. But not yet. I think so. Yes, at least in my town, I know a place where they teach judo to all age groups. It's a pretty well-known place. They've even been in the local newspaper and shit. Like, it was like the trainer there, the master. He was a good master, right? He knew his shit. That was very clear.
Oh, my armor. My deepest gratitude. I, Siegfried of Katarina, salute you. With my trusty
Okay, SKR. Yeah, well, plebs practice non-self-defense like judo and kung fu. You practice the real self-defense called kick them in the nuts. Yeah. But what if you get attacked by a woman? Huh? I will let you know that I have made actual experiments by without wanting to. I once kicked my wife right in the nuts, but she didn't have any. And while I like it happened, and then while it was happening, I knew it was a reflex for me to just recoil in pain, because I thought, oh my god, I just kicked a person in the nuts. They will die. But Sabrina was just like, hey man, what the fuck? Why did you kick me? And I was so perplexed and didn't like, are you okay? I'm sorry. And she was like, yeah, but why did you kick me, you fucker? And I was like, you're not dead? Okay, well, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to kick you. So yeah, just a little heads up for you. If you get attacked by a woman, you cannot kick her in the nuts. It doesn't work. So all your self-defense will be out the window. Did I learn that kick in judo? Judo doesn't have kicks or punches. It's throwing, right? Alright, I think there's one more thing to do. I think I can upgrade my whip once again.
Did what?
Yep. Oh, even another time. Awesome. Awesome. Now I need Titanite chunks. Big chunker. Sabrina's allergic to nuts. Nuts! By the way, if the whip at some point in the game doesn't work out, I'm gonna switch to these. Do I know Dalton's Law? No. No. What's it about? I think I'm already going to upgrade it. Ah, but I need another sharp gem. Come on!
Pretty, I go.
Okay. Oh, yikes. Alright. Maybe I have another Estus shard now that... Although... Maybe one more.
It wasn't.
Yep.
Pretty.
How far am I from the ending? I would say I'm about halfway through the game. Oh, look! She even's wearing high heel shoes. Look at her shoes when I sit down. High heels! Oh my! Beautiful girl! Ah, can't see the boots. Yes, Peter, I have the DLCs as well. But, I mean, I might actually... Yeah, actually for next time, I think I'm gonna go finish the Ashes of Ariandel DLC. I think I'm strong enough by now. Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for the whip to actually... for the whip to fail. And for the next time, I'm also going to write down which boss souls I use, because I think I still think that none of the boss weapons that I can create are actually worth it for this character I'm building. I won't be using any of them, so I might as well just sell all of my boss souls. But since I don't want to do anything rash, I need to check it first. Yeah. Okay. Guys and gals, high heels and whip. Oh yeah. You see, the build is really panning out. Oh my god. That face though. Let's use another ember. Whoop. And okay, thanks again, Hashmalim, for the help. That was very cool, very cool. I think next time we'll beat him. We'll beat the demon guy 100%. Okay, guys, I think this concludes the stream for today. I had a lot of fun. It was actually great for me to go this deep into a physics topic. I think I don't often get to do that because I have explained all of this to my wife like at least 10,000 times. She's so sick of it. But to you guys, it's new, so I quite enjoy it. Yeah, that was great, and I'm really looking forward to the next stream, which is tomorrow, 6 p.m. Don't forget, right? But there will be no whipping, at least not from this guy, gal, but from I think there's one whip mechanical arm in Devil May Cry 5. So yeah, we'll see about if we can bring the whipping into that game as well. Align the head with the... Anyway, okay. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you guys all tomorrow. Bye bye. Mwah.